Niko Bellic is the first protagonist in the GTA series who is an immigrant from another country other than the United States. The story of GTA 4 takes place in 2008 New York, within a redesigned version of Liberty City.
Life is complicated.
That's the first line of Niko in the very first trailer of GTA 4, setting up an extremely complex plot of the game. Niko grew up in the harsh environment during the Yugoslav wars, traumatized by the atrocities he had both witnessed and perpetrated during his deployment in the Bosnian wars. He has a pessimistic and cynical view towards life.
War is where the young and stupid are tricked by the old and bitter into killing each other.
Niko was determined to start a new life in America, fresh off the cargo ship from Europe, with no visa, hoping that things will be different.
Perhaps here, things will be different.
Without diving too deep into his very complex story, in this video I seek to extract Niko's top 5 rules for life. Please subscribe to my channel and press that like button if you enjoy learning life lessons from Video Game Hero.
I don't give a fuck about the life lessons, friend.
Rule number 1. Turn anger and hatred into fuel. In 2008, Niko Bellic, an Eastern European war veteran and former human trafficker, arrives in Liberty City aboard a cargo ship called the Platypus for multiple reasons. To avoid an old rival, Ray Belgorand, who believed Niko stole his money back in a failed human trafficking run. To find the man who sold out his unit during the war, Darko Brevic or Florian Kravich, and to reunite with his cousin, Roman, who had already moved to America in the 90s. Having grown up in difficult conditions and witnessed the horrors of warfare, Niko felt frustrated, confused with his life's direction, pessimistic, resentful, guilty, cynical, and unfulfilled. Niko's bitterness at the murder of his friends during the war has consumed him, and he's unable to let it go, taking on several highly dangerous jobs merely to enable his quest for vengeance.
I came to this city wanting revenge. I let that desire build up inside of me for many years. I let it eat out everything good in me. It took me over.
He turned anger and hatred into fuel for driving him forward. He fought like hell with boundless energy. Niko's burning desire for revenge is the fire that gives his life purpose and meaning, even in a twisted way.
You're here on some revenge mission for something that happened 10 years ago, and you don't care whose life you ruin anyway.
No.
However, Niko has an opposite side to his personality and is not always hateful.
And weirdly, in some ways, you're a nice guy. Better than the creeps I normally date.
He showed empathy and he's quick to help his true friends and the vulnerable.
I don't normally talk this much. I'm your friend, and I will try to help.
Niko also likes and became friends with a few characters in the game, such as Packy and Duane, because they shared his struggle and angst that he instinctively feels for. Niko let his armor down and confides in Duane early in their relationship and tells him.
Remind me of me.
When Duane feels miserable, Niko encouraged him to get back what he had and offered solutions.
Let's get it back.
Nah. I can't, man. I ain't got the energy no more. I've been stabbed in the back too many fucking times.
As a newly arrived immigrant, Niko was an outsider in Liberty City. He was used to being despised upon, but he turned it to his advantage. He fought his way through and never cared about what other racist morons think of him. In our life, we often feel lost because of a lack of challenge and enemies. Those who are most lost and resentful are often those who are naive and fail to acknowledge that we all have a dark side.
We all got our demons.
In fact, it is a blessing to be challenged by enemies. That means you are important enough to be targeted. With enemies clearly identified in your sight, you can step back, gain clarity and more room to maneuver, fight back, and even win true friendship. Anger and hatred is a powerful weapon, like Niko. Instead of turning resentment into self-loath, externalize the energy and fight like a true badass.
The only thing I owe you is a bullet to the temple. You will be paid in full. Fear not.
They want to see you fail and die. Prove them wrong and make them pay. An eye for an eye. Successful and rich people are rarely agreeable people. They don't care what others think about them and are confident with showing more aggression and ambition.
But you know, as a businessman, I can't let people get away with shit. I need to be firm.
We must even show anger and offend people who are blocking our path. so that we won't be walked over by other people who intend to take advantage of us.
You know what? It's cool. Get someone else. I'll see you later.
Oh, whoa, whoa! Are you fucking kidding me?
No! I keep doing these favors for you, and you pay shit. I need this from you. A guarantee that you will find this man. I know he's in the city. So either you give me your word or go fuck yourself. I'm sick of this shit.
Fine! Fine, you got it. You want my word? You got my word.
Good.
Rule number 2. Stay hungry and never be satisfied. What does the American dream mean today? For Niko Bellic, fresh off the boat from Europe, it is the hope he can escape his past. For his cousin, Roman, it is the vision that together they can find fortune in Liberty City, the gateway to the land of opportunity, as they slip into debt and are dragged into a criminal underworld by a series of shysters, thieves and sociopaths. They discover that the reality is very different from the dream in a city that worships money and status, and is heaven for those who have them, and a living nightmare for those who don't. Those are the words from Rockstar's official description, which still accurately reflects the insatiable greed of human nature and the negatives of capitalism.
Capitalism is a dirty business.
GTA 4 is more than an entertaining real-life parody, and these words accurately predicted the global financial crisis that follows in 2008.
This American greed takes everyone. It's like a disease. Only I am still sane.
Niko showed obvious dislike towards the American capitalism. Despite his main goal in America was to seek revenge, he seems to be gradually possessed by the American greed. Niko was always hungry and was always looking to make more money.
I'm always in need of money.
Living in a dog-eat-dog world, full of selfish pricks, he turned pro in his craft of killing, not just to survive, but thrive.
Why go through all this? Why stick your neck out? Why do all this work?
Because I need the money. And because I can't do anything else. And because I'm good at it.
Sure.
And because I'm trying to find someone.
Niko's never satisfied with what he had, and is willing to risk anything for extra cash. Fighting his way up in an unfamiliar Liberty City that belongs to the rich, Niko slowly became what he hated, a damn vain villain.
People are so damn vain.
Some people.
All people. Even you, even me, an old man facing the end. And I still care. Care how I look. Care that when I shit myself, the pretty nurse has to clean it up. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, you know.
And I care about my legacy.
GTA 4 also showed the concept of lifestyle servitude, written in MJ DeMarco's Millionaire Fastlane, in which desire creates extravagant lifestyles that requires more and more money to maintain, enslaving wannabe rich people and trapping them in the cycle. Niko's social circles, from Playboy X to Patrick McCreary, all have trouble making and responsibly saving money. Jerry McCreary once describes his family's spending habits.
A whole lot spent in a proper manner. Oh yeah, wine and women as quick as possible, and remain a slave forever.
Very poetical.
Staying hungry and unsatisfied can also motivate us to make more money.
What motivates you?
Well, I need money. This pays. I can do it. I don't care if I live or die.
Money buys the freedom to pursue your craziest dreams, to make a difference in the world.
When I get the money, man, I will build parks. I will sponsor kids. I will save lives. But I gotta have the money, man. 'Cause all this, it means nothing if you ain't got the heart, Niko.
Amen, brother.
Money buys the freedom to build relationships and do what you love. Never again you will be stuck at a job you hate, not merely supporting your family, but giving them a good life. However, it requires a degree of control like Niko, to own money and not letting desire and things own you. Some people say money changes people,
People change. Money changes people.
and moralize that money is the source of all evil. In fact, money is indifferent and doesn't change people, but only magnifies who we really are. If we have a good heart and genuine desire to do good, having money will provide us with more time and freedom to give and create. So keep dreaming, expanding your horizons, and reach for the stars. Don't give up and settle into the rat race of mediocrity. Focus on becoming who you want to be instead of having things and status. Believe that money will follow. Having real wealth is to forget about money and having the freedom to enjoy the things that truly matter.
What's up, Jacob?
Boy, it's good for spend some quality time with you, see?
Yes.
Not all work, you know? We gotta ease up from time to time to see how the world turns on. You know what I'm saying?
I think so.
The world can mess you up, you know? Make you think that things matter when all that matters is that the sun come up and we have a good time and laughter and things, see?
I hope so, man. I do.
Rule number 3. Fight with fearless determination and focus. Niko sees himself as a freelance professional hitman for hire and is not afraid to offend the powerful.
If you want to pass something up to me, pay me some tribute.
Sorry, Ray. I'm freelance. I don't buy into that tribute stuff. This work has many disadvantages, but hey, at least it's tax-free.
His cousin, Roman, once told him that he was a cold killer.
I'm not cold. You're cold. All you care about is revenge, getting your own way.
Despite his spiteful and sarcastic attitude towards American life and people.
Hooray.
That's the spirit. Nothing like a bit of sarcasm when someone's got you by the balls.
He kept his cool with a sense of stoic calm.
I told you to be calm, you halted the jump!
I am calm. He tried to kill us. He screwed your girlfriend. What do you expect? I give him a massage?
Niko is a badass criminal warrior who fights with a fearless determination and focus.
Focus.
With his eyes fixed on what he wants, once he sets his mark, he will not be deterred and will see through until the end.
I'm not walking away until this thing is finished.
Niko's business-like manner leads him to behave more maturely and professionally than his acquaintances.
Let's not pretend that this was anything other than business.
Although not an optimist like his cousin Roman,
I guess I'm an optimist.
An idiot, not an optimist.
he trusts his gut feeling towards people, always staying decisive, generous, and strategic, offering help and solutions to his friends in need. Niko is a man of principle. He holds a firm boundary and will stand up for himself without hesitation.
I paid you to do a man's job, you amateur, you fucking boy!
No. You sent me to kill one guy who would put you in prison.
Having nothing to lose makes him all the more desperate and dangerous.
I don't have anything to lose, Mr. McCreary.
Having survived the ambush during the war, he's not afraid of death. He lives as if he's already dead and would risk everything for cash. Unlike other characters in the game, Niko maintained discipline and self-control. He's worried for Roman about his gambling habit.
Stop sitting in front of the computer gambling our money. Stop getting into illegal card games. Stop spending all our money.
Yes.
Thank you.
He rarely drinks and expresses disgust at drug addiction. He frequently turns down little Jacob's offers for marijuana and warns Packy about his cocaine habit. In our life, we could also learn from Niko and toughen ourselves up.
Grow a fucking spine. You think Vlad won't come after us when I am chasing him like this? I have to end it here and now.
Practice persevering against resistance towards the end with fearless determination and focus to overcome any difficult situations. Give yourself no way out other than to succeed.
Disappointment is not a consideration.
Even if you fail, you will win eventually by having the persistence to stand back up after every defeat. Eliminate all the unnecessary distractions in your mind unrelated to your mission.
I've been telling Niko I got a lot on my mind. Next time, mind on the job. This ain't a fucking joke.
As the saying goes, discipline equals freedom.
I don't care about happiness. I care about discipline and loyalty.
Without a clear direction and focused discipline, the pursuit of money and pleasure will only lead to a life of entropy with no fulfillment.
No.
We're going to die. I don't want to die, man. Not like this.
How would you like to die?
Having a threesome on my 100th birthday? I don't fucking know.
Rule number 4. Forget about loyalty. Believe in self-interest. The name Niko means nobody or nothing in the Serbo-Croatian language. Niko was used to being a nobody and having almost nothing during his poor childhood. Niko grew up in a harsh environment during the Yugoslav wars. His home did not have electricity until he was 12. He was a teenage soldier during the war. In the fog of war, Niko's unit of 15 men were ambushed by enemy forces. Only Darko Brevic, Florian Kravic, and Niko himself survived. Niko concluded that either Darko or Florian had sold the group out and vowed to uncover the truth and get revenge. Having experienced horrific trauma at such a young age changed him forever, engraved a deep sense of cynical and pessimistic attitude towards life in his psyche.
I lost myself that day too. Everything that was good and innocent in me died along with them.
After this deadly betrayal, Niko lost faith in human goodness and loyalty, and only believed people are motivated purely by self-interest. Distrustful of any human sincerity, he was born with a scarcity and poverty mindset and had to always fight hard to defend his own self-interest.
After you walk into a village and you see 50 children all sitting neatly in a row against the church wall, each with their throats cut and their hands chopped off, you realize that the creature that could do this doesn't have a soul.
As his line of work was in the criminal underworld, committing crimes on a professional level is all that he could do. He associated himself with darkness and evil, and only sees the bad side in people. Liberty City is a vice city full of crooks who seem noble, and is good at projecting a saintly aura. But Niko will see through their mask and knows they are mostly hypocrites.
Mr. Goldberg is such a saint. He teaches kids to swim, you know. He's just so warm and giving. All he cares about is making the world a better place.
No matter the personality and cultural origin of any person, self-interest remains the key that moves people.
Shit, it all the same. Africa, America, Dubai. It don't matter. We're brothers. Spiritually, I mean. And that's the important bit.
The shortest and best way to make your fortune is to let people see clearly that it is in their interest to promote yours. In fact, it is a law of power to appeal to people's self-interest.
You know, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that we must obey the rules of the game. We can pick the game, Niko Bellic, but we cannot change the rules.
In this world full of hypocrites, stop judging about what people say. Pay attention to what they actually do. Says much more about their character.
So you say.
So I say. So I do.
Niko, as an immigrant die-hard criminal, is an extreme case. Living with only self-interest at heart is a sad way to live. This is his rule, and it doesn't need to be yours. We can choose to stay hopeful that there are sincere and selfless people in the world who truly give themselves and try to make the world a better place. It is a meaningful goal to become that positive and optimistic light of the world and let go of our immature selfishness to become a go-giver.
I knew we should have made him a giver, not a taker, Brucey.
Oh, shut up!
Having this awareness means we are not naive, but we could use strategic generosity to give before we take, no longer being held back by our scarcity mindset and uptight stinginess. Acquiring more wealth is a noble aspiration and will certainly increase our impact and greater good we make to the world in the long term.
You got that government thing about it. After the great and good and thing.
Rule number 5. Learn from past mistakes and suffering. Choose to let go. Niko Bellic is a well-rounded and believable character. His dual personality, often helping innocent people, while also being a cold-hearted killer, made him more relatable. Niko's unfamiliarity with Liberty City as a newly arrived immigrant with nothing but his fake past and his cousin Roman allowed for the player to empathize with him.
Immigrants here do not make it very far from the boats they come in on.
Niko's story of going through hell, bringing it with him, trying to fit in somewhere new, and adapting to America resonated with many inspiring gamers. GTA 4 was the first game in the series that allows the player to change the plot by making choices, which all have consequences. This creates an atmosphere where Niko is haunted and shadowed by his past actions wherever he goes.
America is an opportunity for a new beginning. You were in need of one.
There's no such thing as a new beginning, Roman. With every day we live, we pick up new baggage. Baggage that we must carry with us for the rest of our lives. There's no dropping it and pretending we are fresh and clean just because we get off a boat in a new place.
Stop being so dramatic, Niko. Time is a healer. We live and we forget the past. Nothing helps a man forget like ripe, round American titties. You have to move on from the things that happened to you and think about all the opportunities in this country. Chances to make lots of money, chances to get college girls, and too bad.
Chance de postanesh, Sorania.
I heard that. I haven't forgotten our language completely.
Niko arrived in Liberty City, hoping here things would be different. But Niko unconsciously kept repeating his past vengeful and violent behaviors from his old criminal identity. He never changed. Having gone through hell, it is difficult to see life through an optimistic view. His past baggage and traumatic experiences were holding him back. Niko limited himself on the revenge path. Making his enemies pay was what he chose to focus on. As a result, he was blind to all the better paths that were available to him.
This is all that is left of me. What am I good at, Roman? What is my trade? Dealing death. Because that is all that is open to me.
Like Niko, who we used to be doesn't have to be our future identity. We have to let go of our old identity to grow a new, better self. If we keep doing what we've always been doing, we only keep getting the same results. Explore new horizons. Every action in the present has consequences in the future. We all are our own fate makers. Niko and Dwayne are drawn together because they shared a pessimistic attitude and chose to see life as difficult and complicated.
It's hard living with the past, huh?
Yeah, especially when the president's turned into an asshole.
While characters like Roman and Mallory are much more optimistic immigrants who focus on the present, not the past, with much more confidence in the American way of life.
Wait, I don't want to talk about back home. We're here in America now, and I should be thinking about my life here. Come on! Roman, pull yourself together. You've been here before. Positive, mental attitude. Come on!
They tend to do very well for themselves financially and try in vain to encourage Niko to be more optimistic.
You are a rich chopping board.
I worry for you, NB. Sometimes you just gotta let the hate go.
Everything happens for a reason. Even past suffering and mistakes, even bad ideas were lessons to learn from. I couldn't have said it better than Roman.
I will tell you what you are good at, Niko. You are a good cousin and a good friend. You still have integrity. No matter what you say, there is humanity in you. You still have the power to be good. It's important that you believe that.
Maybe I will start to believe it when Darko is dead. That might give me some perspective.
This killing must stop sometime, Niko. Once this is done, then you must begin to forgive. Think about your future instead of the horrible things that have happened to you. To us, to all of us, in the past.
So stop limiting your identity. Let go of hate. Forgive yourself by forgiving others. Start mingling with positive and optimistic people to attract positive things into life. We can choose to see the best in people, even in our enemies. Identity is formed by daily habits. So if we consciously develop a positive routine through deliberate practice, focusing on getting 1% better each and every day, it is possible to become who we wish to become in 1 year's time.
You know there's no good and no evil. Just shades of fucking gray.
Whatever.
You make things 1% better, that's enough. That's our duty.
If you say so.
Even we can't control what happens to us in life, you can choose the identity you want to reinforce today with the habits you choose today. It's not about achieving external measures of success like earning more money or building a sexy body. Habits can help us achieve all these things. But life's not about having something. It is about becoming someone. The process of building habits is the process of becoming yourself.
Can you do me a favor and stop preaching? I'm fine. I am what I am. For better or worse.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and found Niko's rules for life helpful in your life situation. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit the bell and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any new content. And see you in the next video.